Hello and welcome to Chet TV News. I'm Marlon Gomez. Well, after a landslide of votes, Canadians have spoken, and Canada's 23rd Prime Minister will be Justin Trudeau. Trudeau will lead our nation with a majority government after winning a total of 184 seats. The Conservatives finished in second with a total of 99 seats, and the New Democratic Party finished in third with 44 seats. While it was a victory for the Liberals on a federal level, here in the Peace River Northern Rockies riding, the story remains the same. Conservative candidate and incumbent Bob Zimmer was re-elected last night. Zimmer finished with just over 27,000 votes in the riding, or 53%. Matt Shaw from the Liberals came in second place with close to 13,000 votes, and NDP candidate Kathy Dickey came in distant third with just over 8,000 votes. And Green Party candidate Elizabeth Bigger finished in fourth with just over 2,600 votes. Now let's move on to local politics. Here in Chetwynd, the district held a council meeting last night. Don Hicks from the Little Prairie Community Forest presented a hefty dividend check to the mayor and council.
So the dividend was $100,000, and so we're really pleased to be able to pay that out to not just to the district of Chetwynd, but West Moberly First Nations and Soto First Nations. So thank you very much.
Spectra Energy was also present. Talise Sholeto, Spectra's Community Relations Coordinator, spoke to Mayor and Council about the Jackfish Expansion Lake Project, the High Pine Project, and also a new project that they will be adding on as well. Spectra Energy plans to add two 36-inch loops between Taylor and Chetwynd. Sholeto says they plan on using local contractors and workers for the projects.
We're hoping to use all Chetwynd area hotels and motels during construction. And we'll work with local businesses, as we talked about the last time, with hours and when we're going to have more people here.
Among other topics, Councillor Rochelle Galbraith filed a report about the trails in the green space. There's a growing concern about trees that have been taken down by beavers. A motion was passed to research the best way to deal with the problem. The next council meeting is set to take place on November 2nd. Moving on to regional news, the Dawson Creek Memorial Arena finally has ice. Chet TV's Robert Springett takes us to the reopening over the weekend.
Dawson Creek residents are happy to feel the chill as the Memorial Arena officially reopens. The rink was closed since early November after a pneumonia leak was discovered from the refrigeration system. The leak chased ice users from the rink, including the Junior Canucks, who are warming up to the new ice, and the Mile Zero Figure Skating Club, who have been making road trips to Taylor in the early part of their season.
Makes it a lot easier on parents getting kids from school to the arena, because some of our skaters are practicing 6 afternoons a week and 2 mornings a week, so we do have a pretty busy schedule, so it will help a lot. Figure skater Kiara Leonard says there's nothing like home ice advantage and is happy to save her parents some gas money.
It's a lot nicer just coming here after school instead of having to drive somewhere then, yeah.
The total cost to fix the broken refrigerated system came to $2.4 million. Mayor Del Bumstead says it was worth every penny.
The pain of not having this facility open over the last year and a bit has been really difficult for the whole community and for us at City Hall. And so now to be in a situation where we're back in, ice is in, kids are using it, we're just so excited.
The community welcomed the frozen surface with a friendly relay race, which had a shiny award to be earned, after the rink was open to the public, so anyone could experience the feel of fresh ice.
And I think if we learn something, it's the value of what community really brings together. And even as you look at some of our public skating, this is a facility that, not every child or family gets to participate, and they get to come out and do recreational activity, and hopefully as a community we value that and we see that today.
The long wait ensures that the Memorial Rink will be open for another 20 to 30 years in the community of Dawson Creek. For Chet TV News, I'm Robert Springett.
Now let's turn over to the Peace Region Sports Update. For that, we go to Matt Nicholson.
Thanks, Marlon. Let's jump into some NWJHL action. Dawson Creek hosted the JDA Kings. For the game recap, we go to Chet TV's Robert Springett.
Kings and Junior Canucks, Dawson Creek still looking for their first win of the season. This one had a weird start. An over 15-minute delay. Why? Missing goal peg. Yeah, you need those. Midway through the first period, Dawson Creek gets on the board first. A slap shot from Colin Matheson squeaks by Keenan Hooper. Yeah, he'd like that one back. Grand Prairie responds 4 minutes later. Chase Allman picks up the rebound and beats Round. That one's on the power play. 2 minutes left in the first period. Spencer Gover slips this one under Hooper's pad. The Junior Canucks take a 2-1 lead into the second period. Start of the second, Dawson Creek on the power play. Kelsey Bowman picks Gover's pocket. He's all alone and ties the game. Later in the period, both teams exchange goals. Kings captain Wham Steeker will pick up the puck and go top shelf on Round. 4-3 lead for the Kings at the start of the third period. Early in the final frame, Colton Caron finds Wyatt Lawrence, adding insurance to the JDA Kings lead. Hooper would shut the door for the rest of the period, making 33 stops all game, helping the Kings take a 5-3 win over the Canucks on the road. Dawson Creek, 5 games, 5 losses. The Junior Canucks now look forward to true home ice advantage now that their rink has reopened in Dawson Creek. They've had to travel an hour away in Chetwynd, and they're 0-2 at this rink. Their next 5 games are on the road, and they won't see home ice until mid-November. Their next game is on Wednesday in Beaver Lodge against the 1-5 Blades. For Chet TV News, I'm Robert Springett.
I think the Canucks could have won this one, but third period penalty problems definitely cost them. Now let's take a look at the rest of the NWJHL. Tough week on picks for the Madman. 2 right, 4 wrong, but I'm just warming up. I had the Huskies winning 5-2, and they won 8-2. That's 1 for me. Flyers Navigators, I had the Navigators winning 7-5. They lost 5-3. I had the Junior Canucks winning 3-2 against the JDA Kings. They ended up losing 5-3. Huskies JDA Kings, I took the Huskies in that one. They ended up losing 5-2. Vipers and Flyers, I had the Vipers beating the Flyers. They ended up losing 6-3. And Navigators Vipers, I had the Navigators winning that one 6-2. They ended up getting beat 6-1. Tune into Peace FM Wednesday as the Junior Canucks look for their first win when they visit the Blades in Beaver Lodge. I'm picking the Junior Canucks 4-2. Why? Because I think the Junior Canucks have the skill, have the talent, and I think the Blades are discouraged now after 5 losses in a row. We'll see if the Junior Canucks can pull it off. Now let's head back to Marlin.
Okay, it's time for a short commercial break. But coming up ahead, we'll have your 5-day forecast, and Cole Pops will have his movie review. Stay with us.
Chet TV knows it's officially hockey season. That's why they are proud to bring you Junior Canucks hockey only on Chet TV. Catch all the highlight reel goals, big hits, and player interviews during the intermissions. Scheduling can be found on peacefm.ca, Chet TV on Bell 655, Eastlink Channel 40, and on air on Channel 55. Chet TV, your station.
Welcome back. While many parts in Canada have already experienced snowfalls, here in the Peace region, that hasn't been the case. To see what Mother Nature has in store for us, let's go ahead and take a look at the weather forecast. Let's start off with your 5-day forecast here in Chetwynd. Tonight it will be cloudy and the temperature will drop to 8 degrees. The good news is that the sun will be out for a few days. Wednesday and Thursday it will be partly sunny with some clouds. On Wednesday there will be a high of 13 and a low of 6 degrees. Thursday it will be a bit colder with a high of 11 and a low of 3 degrees. Then on Friday and Saturday it will be mostly sunny with a high of 9 degrees on Friday and a low of -1. And on Saturday, people can expect a high of 8 degrees and a low of -2. Okay, let's move on to the Peace Region's 5-day forecast. Starting with Dawson Creek tonight, it will be cloudy with a low of 2 degrees. Wednesday and Thursday it will be partly sunny with a high of 14 and a low of 3 degrees on Wednesday. Thursday it will be a bit colder with a high of 10 degrees and a low of 1. On Friday and Saturday, it will be sunny with a high of 9 on Friday and a high of 7 degrees on Saturday. Both days will have a low of -3 degrees. Over to Fort St. John now. Tonight, it will be mostly cloudy with a low of 3 degrees. Wednesday, it will be partly sunny and breezy with a high of 12 and a low of 2 degrees. Friday and Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high of 10 degrees and a low of -4 on Friday. Saturday, people can expect a high of 7 degrees and a low of -2. Moving on to Grand Prairie, tonight the temperature will drop to -1. Wednesday and Thursday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 15 degrees and a low of -2. On Friday, the sun will come out with a high of 11 and a low of -4 degrees. Saturday, it will be partly sunny, but it's going to get colder. There will be a high of 8 and a low of -6 degrees. And finally, in Prince George tonight, there could be some showers with a low of 1 degree. Wednesday and Thursday, it will be partly sunny with a high of 12 degrees and a low of 0. Friday, there could be some showers in the morning with a high of 8 degrees and a low of -2. Saturday, on the other hand, will have a blend of sun and clouds. People can expect a high of 7 and a low of -4 degrees. So over the next 5 days, it will be mostly sunny and cloudy at times. Prince George will be the exception to that, with some showers expected there. That's your Peace Region's 5-day forecast. Now let's turn over to this week's local entertainment, starting with this week's movie review. For that, we go to our very own Cole Pops.
Hey everybody, this week we are going to be taking a look at The Martian. Now this movie is directed by the legendary Ridley Scott and features a huge cast. It stars Matt Damon, Kate Mara, Kirsten Wiig, and Jeff Daniels, just to name a few. Now this is a sci-fi action-adventure blockbuster set on Mars as well as NASA's station on Earth. Let's jump right in.
Every human being has a basic instinct to help each other out. If a hiker gets lost in the mountains, people coordinate a search. If an earthquake levels the city, people all over the world send emergency supplies. This instinct is found in every culture, without exception.
At around 4:30 a.m., our satellites detected a storm approaching the Ares 3 mission site on Mars. The storm had escalated to severe, and we had no choice but to abort the mission. But during the evacuation, astronaut Mark Watney was killed.
So during a manned mission to Mars, astronaut Mark Watney, played by Matt Damon, is presumed dead after a fierce storm, and he's left behind by his crew. But Watney survived, and he finds himself stranded alone on the hostile planet of Mars. So with only meager supplies, he must draw upon his ingenuity, wit, and spirit to find a way to signal Earth that he is still alive. So there was a lot of hype and marketing surrounding this movie, which led me to have quite high expectations for this flick. I'm happy to say that for the most part they were met completely. This movie looked fantastic, it had such a great story and characters, and is one of the best movies I've seen in all of 2015.
I gotta figure out how to grow 4 years worth of food here, on a planet where nothing grows. But if I can't figure out a way to make contact with NASA, none of this matters anyway.
Houston, be advised. We've got a video message. It's directed to the whole crew. Play it.
Mein Gott. Mark Watney's still alive.
Woo! In your face, Neil Armstrong.
So this movie is based off of a book with the same title, and the movie does a great job of capturing the humor of that story. Now when you think of it, a man isolated on Mars, you really wouldn't think you'd be laughing a lot. However, this movie truly is hilarious. A lot of this is due to Matt Damon's character of Mark Watney, and the way he handles situations is very human, and it's really clever how they work in comedy into all these situations. All of the actors in this movie do a great job, and they really tell the story at a great pace, keeping you excited the whole way through. The movie is really intense at points as well, and it makes you care about the peril that the characters are going through.
And you're gonna say, this is it. This is how I end.
Is it possible that he's still alive?
Now, I loved The Martian. I thought it looked fantastic, it was a great story, and it was entertaining from beginning to end. It's funny, it's suspenseful, and it is one of the best movies of 2015. I'm going to give The Martian 5 out of 5 stars. Check it out at the Rex Theatre Thursday, October 22nd to Monday, October 26th, with showtimes at 8 p.m. This has been Cole Pops for another edition of Pops Picks.
All right, well, we're midway through the month of October, and that means Halloween is coming up soon. Although if you're looking for activities in the meantime, have a look at our community events calendar. For that, let's go to our new community events host, Tyra Plamondon.
Thanks, Marlon. The next 2 weeks are looking pretty eventful. The Junior Canucks will play the Beaver Lodge Blades this Wednesday. The Canucks are still searching for their first win, so you might catch a very exciting game. Admission for adults is $10 and $5 for kids and seniors. Next on the list is a gun show. On Friday, October 23rd, the Huntman Gun and Sportsman Show will be happening. The show will be at Dawson Creek in Canada Events Center. If you're a hunter and need some new gear, you may want to mark this one down. The event will have a large selection of outdoor products such as ATVs, RVs, boats, guns, and camping gear. For tickets, go to the website that you see on the screen or call the number that's listed. Moving on. Monday, October 26th, Chetwynd's Visitor Center will be hosting a pumpkin patch. The Visitor Center is looking to display carved pumpkins under the scarecrow carving located in the boulevard in front of the Lakeview Inn and Suites. People can drop off their carved pumpkins on October 26th and on. Pumpkins will come to life until October 31st. Then on Wednesday, October 28th, there will be a retirement open house in celebration of Faye Osselson. The event will take place at Chetwynd's Public Library. Doors will open at 1 p.m. People attending are encouraged to RSVP with Anna Peasgood. Nearing the end of October, on the 29th, Junior Canucks will play again. The Junior Canucks will be in Fairview. The puck drops at 8:30 p.m. Admission for adults is $10 and $5 for kids and seniors. And on Halloween, the Peace region will have plenty of parties to attend. It all starts off with the Ghoulish Affair right here in Chetwynd. The Rec Center will be hosting a Halloween event for all ages. The event will run from 6 to 8 p.m. Next is the second annual Fur Ball Halloween Dance. Celebrate Halloween by dancing your night away with South Peace SPCA. There will be a costume contest, games, prizes, and many more activities. And finally, things will get a little spooky at the Nightmare on Veterans Way Dance. Chetwynd's Royal Canadian Legion will have some great music, a costume contest, and prizes up for grabs. If you can't make all the Halloween festivities, don't worry, because November is just around the corner, and that means more events. Starting off with a bingo night on November 4th. Doors will open at 5 p.m. and there will be a $1,000 prize. Our last event is on Saturday, November 7th. Chetwynd's 52nd Annual Firefighters Ball will be happening. People can go and enjoy a lovely dinner, followed by some dancing and prizes up for grabs. The ball will start at 6 p.m. at the Rec Center. Tickets are $50 each and being sold at Peace FM and Chet TV. That's all the events we have for you, so get out there and attend as many activities as you can. I'll send it back to you, Marlon.
And finally, it's now time for our weekly book review from Pine Tree Books. For that, we go to Station General Manager Leo Sobolski.
You're listening to Leo and Friends on Pine Tree Books. I'm adding Leo and Friends because these books are friends. I really enjoy looking at touching books and reading them. This is a new book that just came in. Interesting book. Everyone in Chetwynd will understand the word tapway. Selected columns of Doug Cuthan. Excellent. And Doug Cuthan is a Cree, and originally from Saskatchewan, but he traveled throughout Canada and ended up doing a lot of stories about our area. One of the things that I really like about it is it's written tongue-in-cheek and written very well. One of his big stories is about real Indian food. I'm not going to go into it. You're going to have to buy the book and read it. It's called Tapway, Selected Columns of Doug Cuthan. Get it at Pine Tree Books. You can't get it anywhere else. Second book is Black Elk Speaks, and it's a tremendous book. And it's a classic. And I got it because 3 people wanted copies. So I've got 5 copies on hand, so you're going to have to look and see. Excellent book. It talks about hunting buffalo, it talks about hunting moose. Excellent book. The pictures at the back say it all. So when you have a minute, come into Pine Tree Books, ask for Leo's Friend, Black Elk. And the title of the book is Black Elk Speaks. It's a classic. Interesting book, well written, and it is one of those books you must read if you are truly Canadian and wish to understand First Nations history. Great book. This book was requested, the third book I should say, was requested by a person as a present. So it's Chronicles of Pride, and it's the struggles and of the discovery of Patricia Logie. And so what it does is it looks at some of the art historians over the years and the major movers and shakers in the arts. For example, Louis Miranda, who was born in Squamish, and he is an incredible artist. Marjorie White, Citizenship Court Judge. Incredible books, one after another, and it's a book that you should see. It's a good present, and to a person that enjoys the history of British Columbia and Canada. The last book is a book which I think everyone should look at. Here it is. It shows pictures, and a phenomenal book. Return to Northern British Columbia, photo journal of Frank Swannell from 1929 to 1939. Just a few seconds ago, there's a whole chapter about the Bedeau expedition. The members of the Bedeau expedition, Charles is sitting on the ground. It explains the whole Bedeau expedition. It shows a raft going across the Peace. Incredible book. I really enjoyed looking at this book. Now let's go and see. It's more on the Bedeau expedition. There is within this book a lot of description. He also flew throughout the Peace River area. So if you want to see what the Peace River area was like before the WAC Bennett Dam, the Pine area, come and see this book. Return to Northern British Columbia. Photo journal of Frank Swannell. Excellent. Good choice for a person wanting to know about the history of the Peace River. That's your report this week from Pine Tree Books, and these are my friends on Leo and Friends.
That's all the time we have for today. For Chet TV News, I'm Marlon Gomez. Thanks for joining us.
When the Japs bombed Pearl Harbor, they upset our thinking about a great many things, including Alaska. The great Japanese air and naval base at Paramushiro was only 750 miles from Attu. Attu was only 1,200 miles from the mainland of Alaska. And Japs in Alaska would be a direct threat to the west coast of America and also to the interior. With Canada's consent, the United States War Department decided to build a military highway from Rails End at Dawson Creek, British Columbia, to Fairbanks, Alaska, to link up and supply these airfields and to provide emergency access to Alaska for troops and materiel.
Tourism Dawson Creek official film The Signal Corps and Chet TV presents a 1-hour special on the new tour of the Mile Zero Alaska Highway that is coming to Dawson Creek. Watch a presentation on the new tour, explore the routes, and hear the experts highlight what to look forward to. Watch a short movie on the highway produced by Signal Corps and learn about some of the books that chronicle the construction of the Alcan Highway, available at the Pine Tree Bookstore in Chetwynd. Stay tuned to Chet TV, Channel 40 on Eastlink, 655 on Bell, and 55 on Air.
You wanted it, you got it. Chet TV is happy to bring back Moccasin Flats to its regular programming, and it gets better. My Peace Country home Pioneers of the Pine River Valley is returning as well, this time with over 30 minutes of bonus features including interviews, archive footage, and music. Chet TV on Bell 655, Eastlink Channel 40, and on air on Channel 55. Chet TV, your station.
The cattle are prowling, the coyotes are howling, way out where the dog is bald. Where spurs are jingling, a cowboy is singing his lonesome cattle call. He rides in the sun till his day's work is done, as he rounds up the cattle each fall. Singing his cattle call. 4 hours he will ride on the range far and wide, when the night wind blows up the squall. His heart is a feather in all kinds of weather. He sings.